everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline, and in today's video I wanted to talk about the amazing Tess Holiday and how she's kind of blowing up right now. She's on the cover of Self magazine, Cosmopolitan magazine, and I know it's causing a huge uproar both on the positive, the negative, and I just wanted to come on here, share my opinion, my thoughts, my views on this whole thing. Now before we get started, I know this is a very controversial topic. I know there's people who are very extreme in their views, and I know everyone's entitled to their own opinions, thoughts about this, about people's bodies, and all that. So I just wanted to state very clearly that this is just my personal opinion on the topic, and I really wanted to kind of bring my knowledge, my journey, my story in sharing why I feel the way I do, which might surprise some of you, and just share my thoughts on it. Now I'm not saying my thoughts are right, I'm not saying they're the right way, they're the best, I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions of it, especially coming from someone who has struggled with their body image, who has struggled with loving themselves, taking care of themselves, how they see themselves, and different comments from other people. You know, when I was 500 pounds, different people coming at me telling me, you're not healthy, you need to lose weight, and you know, then losing 350 pounds and still getting made fun of for my body. Like, there's so much happening in my life and in my journey that I really wanted to share where I stand on this issue and, you know, share my thoughts and views on this and on Tess Holiday. Now, I do love Tess Holiday. She inspires me, she motivates me. The way she loves herself and her body and doesn't care what anyone says about it is something I truly admire about her. I'm someone who's really learning to love and accept and embrace my body and not letting the comments and opinions and judgments of others affect me. But I'm not quite at her level yet. So she's definitely someone I look up to and admire. And I was in tears when I found out she was going to be on the cover, because I literally did not think this was going to be an emotional video. I'm really, Anyway, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I'm getting really hot too. But to see her embrace her body and love herself, and it finally being shown, like seeing other body types in magazines and on the covers, and it's not showing just a before and after of someone, like someone who used to be, oh hey, look at this person was so overweight and fat, now look at how good they look now that they've lost weight. Like, I feel like that's the only time plus size people are really on magazines, is to show how they're not plus size anymore. So to see her on the cover and that these different magazines like Cosmopolitan embrace that and her beauty and who she is as a person and put it out there, regardless of what your opinions or your feelings are about her body or people's bodies that are overweight, that is a huge step in our world, in our society, especially right now where differences are not as celebrated, but just genuinely showing her and her body and not caring about what other people might say about it is truly amazing. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of those magazines for posting her on there and sharing that with the world and bringing more awareness to help people love their bodies, love themselves, no matter what size. You know, everyone comes in all different shapes and sizes, and I think that needs to be celebrated more. You know, showing differences is what makes us all beautiful. So for that, I am so incredibly proud that she's on the cover, and I feel like it needs to keep going. Like, we need to keep showing people who are different body types, and embracing our beauty and our differences, because literally our differences are what make each of us unique and each of us beautiful. So I'm very proud of her, I admire her, and I'm so happy about this. So I did want to touch on the controversial part, I don't know why it's so hard for me to say, but on the other side of it. So the people who are kind of coming at it like, you're promoting obesity, you're showing that being fat is okay, or by promoting this or showing her on the cover, you know, you're showing people who look up to her that it's okay to look like that, or it's okay to be fat, or it's okay to love yourself being fat even though you're not healthy. So I there's two different thoughts on this, and this is kind of where it's going to get very controversial, I think, or my opinion may surprise some people. On one hand, I totally agree with Tess Holiday. It's none of their business about her body, and just because she's on the cover and she may be plus size or obese or whatever you want to call it, it's not, I don't feel, promoting it. Like, I don't think people are gonna look at that issue or her picture and say, wow, I want to be just like her and try to gain weight. Or do you see what I'm like? I don't think that that's the image that it's putting off. So for people to say she's promoting obesity, I don't agree with that. I also don't think it's something that's promoting health. Like, it's not an issue that's like, here's the diet that she's eating that's gonna give you the best health, and like, that's not what it's about. It's about her loving herself, embracing herself, and not caring what other people think. And so for people to be coming at it that it's promoting being fat or making fat a good thing, I don't agree with that at all. On the other side of the spectrum, being obese, morbidly obese, is not healthy. No matter which way you want to look at it, no matter if you're living your best life, if you're happy, if you're healthy, if you're morbidly obese like that, it's not healthy. It's not good for your heart, and it's not good on your organs, your body, anything like that, especially long term. Now, that's kind of, I think, where the little bit of difference comes, is because I don't agree that being at that weight is a healthy weight. When I was at 500 pounds, everyone was saying you have high blood pressure, you have cholesterol issues, you have diabetes. There were so many other issues that everyone assumed I had because I was 500 pounds. And I had none of them. So does that make me healthy? You know, and I was living my life, I was working, you know, I had some challenges, you know, I had a hard time getting in and out of bed. I couldn't go to the movie theaters, events, because I didn't fit. My favorite place in the whole entire world is Disneyland. I needed a wheelchair to get around, but I was still in Disneyland, I guess you can argue. I couldn't ride the rides because I couldn't fit. So is that healthy because I didn't have medical problems and I was still able to do the things I wanted to do? And for me, my views on it, and again, it's my opinion, is that's not healthy. Whatever way you want to look at it, that's not living your best life, essentially, when your weight kind of prevents you from doing certain things, or you can't do everyday things like get in and out of bed, or I needed help brushing my hair, putting my shoes on because I could not do it. That's not healthy, and that's taking away medical things. It's not healthy. You know, I was even told, like, if I continue on this path, I'm gonna have a very short life, essentially. I might not be able to have kids. And the path I was on was leading me to death, pretty much. So it's kind of hard for me to sit here and say, if, you know, you're healthy and you don't have medical issues, then you're healthy, even if you're morbidly obese or obese. It's hard for me to say because I don't agree with that. In terms of it being no one else's business, again, that's split, because on one end, no, a stranger walking down the street, or the couple sitting at the pool who was making fun of me and didn't know anything about me, or people wanting to come on Instagram or Facebook, or, you know, and comment different comments to people like they were doing to Tess Holiday. They've done that to me, and, you know, put down bodies, put emojis of people throwing up, saying how disgusting it is, how being fat is the worst thing you can be in the entire world. Like, that is when it's none of their business. Your health, your body, what you look like, it shouldn't matter to them at all. It does not affect their life. The way you look, how much you weigh, is no one else's business, especially someone who doesn't know you. And that, for me, has been proven all throughout my journey, because when I was at my heaviest at 500 pounds, I was getting made fun of. When I lost 100 pounds and I was 400 pounds, I was being told all the time, you need to lose weight, by people. You're so fat, you're disgusting, you need to lose weight. What they didn't know is I had already lost 100 pounds and I am doing my best to lose weight. So at that, it's like, it's none of your business. You don't know what someone's going through. So for you to sit there and judge them and make comments at them that are hurtful and degrading and to put them down is not okay at all. And I 100%, 1000% stand on it's none of your business. You have no right to sit there and judge someone and put them down based on their body, especially when it doesn't even affect your life. So I 1000% agree with her on that it's none of their business. The other end of it, where again it might come as a little shock, is I do not feel that your weight only affects you and it's only your business. So when I was 500 pounds, it affected my fiance Kevin, my parents, my sister. Every night when I went to bed, they didn't know if I was going to wake up. And that would be very selfish of me to tell them, well, that's none of your business, that's my business. And if I die or I stop breathing, that's on me, that's mine, because it's going to affect them too. Them being worried about you all the time, them having to take care of me as much as they did, affected them too. So as much as I want to sit here and say, my body, my life, no one has an opinion or a right to say anything about it, because if I'm happy, then that's all that matters, I don't agree with that, because it does affect other people, especially people who love you and care about you and want the best for you. So when I was at my heaviest, I used to always think, you know, when people told me, like my cousin, my sister, my mom, my friends, like your weight's kind of getting out of control, I kind of pushed it off and was like, leave me alone, worry about yourself, worry about your own body, your own weight, don't tell me what to do. And what I didn't realize is how much it was affecting them, and they weren't coming at me, attacking me, calling me disgusting and gross and you need to lose weight. Like the other side of it, like the people who don't know you, they were coming at it of a place of love, because being at that weight, being morbidly obese like that, like I said, is not healthy, but it doesn't only affect you, it affects all of your loved ones around you. And I didn't realize that at the time, how much it really affected them and how badly me living the life that I was and making the choices and the decisions that I was, how much it was affecting everyone else around me. So I definitely don't think your weight and your body and your well-being or whatever you want to call it only affects you. I don't agree with that. And you know, the more people kind of come at you, especially those bullies who don't know you, the more they come at you and shame you and your body, that's not going to make you lose weight. Shaming someone's body or putting them down is not going to make them lose weight. It's actually, studies have shown it's going to make people gain weight. So if you're sitting there and you're someone who doesn't know someone, you're on a computer, you see someone walking down and you start fat shaming them and calling them fat and disgusting and gross and they need to lose weight, and you think, oh, I'm just doing this to help you or because I'm worried about your health, like you're only causing more damage to that person. And I don't think people realize that. Like you can't shame someone into changing. You can't body shame or fat shame someone into losing weight. And that's why those opinions for me, I feel like don't matter from people who don't know you and are just trying to be mean or claim they're worried about your health, because they're not. But you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt, because if the people who care about you are saying this and are worried about you. And so that's why this kind of topic of this is so hard for me, because ultimately it is your life, it is your body, it is your decision on, you know, it is your decision on how you live your life and how your body is and the choices you make. And you don't want to live to please others, especially people who don't know you. But at the same time, whether you want it to or not, or you like it or not, it does affect other people who are in your life and who love you and care about you and want the best for you. Yes, it's your body, it's your rules, it's your life. But at the same time, your choices, especially when it comes to your weight and your health, that does affect other people. It's not just you. And for so long, I was selfish because I chose to ignore the people who loved me and just continued to keep doing what I was doing. You know, I chose to ignore them because deep down inside, I didn't want to put the work in to change. And I knew it was going to be a long road ahead of me to lose weight. And at those moments when people were telling me that, like my family and my friends, I did not want to put the work in. And I think that's when it kind of, you make excuses for it. Like, it's my body, it's my way or no way, I like myself like this, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm doing this. You know, and I kind of feel like those are all excuses because we don't maybe want to put the work in that is needed. And I know me saying that might sound harsh, mean, but that's just how I feel because I've been there, I've gone through it, I've been all the extremes, and I get that by making those decisions or saying those things out loud, they're just kind of excuses. And when we let go of those excuses and kind of look in the mirror and figure out, you know, what do I really want, then I think it's a lot, you'll see things a lot differently, I think. So like I said, I think it is absolutely amazing, more than amazing, that they put Tess Holiday on the covers, that she's promoting self-love, showing off her body. We really need to change the way we use the word fat and change the way we feel about that word and how we are so quick to point at others or, you know, point and say, oh wow, she's so fat, or look at her fat legs, or look at how fat her stomach is. Like, we really need to change the way we not only use that word, but the way we associate things with it. And, you know, instead of, you know, putting people down in their bodies, why don't we just spread love and kindness? And that's something which I'm going to end on this note, is that's what I love about Tess Holiday, is that's what she promotes. And I feel like if we can stick to it, and if she can stick to that and not sink down to the haters or to their level or, you know, anything like that, that's what we need to just focus on, is love. Love of everyone, everyone's body type. So that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. And I will talk to you guys all very, very, very soon. Bye.